Okay, so D. Wayne Wiggins, founding member of the R&B group Toni, has died at age 64, y'all.
Well, breaking right now at 11, one of the founding members of the music group Toni has died.
Okay, so did you hear it? Hopefully you did. Let's RIP bladder cancer, huh? Let's try to play a little bit of this. Maybe not all of that, but you see the character here, bass guitarist. Can they copyright just like the instrument playing? Maybe I shouldn't even say that word, right? But here he is right here. RIP to this guy. And I'm going to show you some connections that expose like our language, our number system, other patterns as well with the character's name, as well as his birthday is going to play a factor in this, the day he passed, and some other interesting connections. Okay, so I'll go right over here. Oh, first I want to show you this. This is bladder cancer occurs when cells in the bladder start to grow without control. The bladder is a hollow balloon-shaped organ in the lower part of the abdomen that stores urine. The bladder has a muscular wall that allows it to get larger, to store urine made by the kidneys, and to shrink the squeeze and to shrink to squeeze urine out of the body. Here's his group right here. Toni was an American soul / R&B band from Oakland, California, popular during the late 80s and early to mid 90s. Remember, this is all with the language. So notice how Toni, you get the T's, and they're out of Oakland, kind of like Too Short, Oakland. And who else is affiliated with Oakland? Tupac, right? Another T. His energy's always lingering on a day-to-day basis, even though he's supposedly not with us no more. And Too Short was even trending with Oakland recently with the passing of his brother, right? So again, remember, this starts with the language, okay? And here's Dwayne Patrice Wiggins, American singer, guitarist, record producer, best known as founding member of the group Toni. Okay, so let's just go right over here. Let me open this up. And I hope you heard that little news clip. It was short, if not, but and I'll play another video at the end. So check this out. Bladder cancer equates to 90. You see that right there? Just like D. Wayne. Okay, this guy's name is D. Wayne Wiggins. You get 90 just like bladder cancer, okay? Died Friday morning after battling bladder cancer. That was March 7th. For over the past year, according to a statement released by his family on social media. Okay, gotta love social media, right? You know what? I didn't look at it, but I think cancer equals 37, y'all. And he RIP'd on 37. Yep. Well, I'm glad I looked at it now. Look at that on the fly. RIP Friday, March 7th, 3/7, the third month, the seventh day. Bladder cancer. Cancer equates to 37. And it's just the 4 base ciphers I used to show you this script, okay? The whole world, we're controlled like that. Do you get it? Y'all ever go to the hospital? Controlled. Do you understand? Look at that. Cancer's got 37. That's the day he died, 3/7. You see the chart breakdown. Come on, right? Come on, right? And then again, bladder cancer, you even get 90, like D. Wayne, the first name. How about that? And when you think of D. Wayne Wiggins, this guy, did they say founding member or whatever? But in the group, Toni. D. Wayne Wiggins. Don't you think of D. Wade, Dwayne Wade, former basketball point guard, Miami Heat? And isn't that interesting that Andrew Wiggins got traded to the same team recently as, D. Wade's retired? Isn't that interesting? Right? D. Wayne Wiggins, RIP. Right around the time that Andrew Wiggins gets traded to the Miami Heat. And again, D. Wade, Dwayne Wade, Andrew Wiggins, D. Wayne Wiggins. What do you think about that? And these W's have been trending a lot lately. Remember Dolly Parton's husband, RIP to him? They met at the Wishy Washy Laundromat, another W. The Washington Commanders acquired Debo Samuel from the 49ers. Washington W. There's more W's. I just can't think of them right now. Oh, even Wayne, right? Even Wayne with D. Wayne. But what do you think about that? And of course, Andrew Wiggins is Canadian with all of the Canadian, Canada, US drama going on in the script right now. I want you to notice as well, and something else, Kyrie Irving's middle name is Andrew, and he's trending with his injury. So you see how that comes into play as well, right? I mean, wow. Notice that 22 on Andrew Wiggins' jersey. And remember, he was involved in the Jimmy Butler big blockbuster trade. I think it involved a few teams. But Jimmy Butler also had that 22 on his jersey. And don't forget, Chris Middleton also had the 22 on his jersey. He was traded. But along with the names here that connect, notice the 22 on the jersey with Andrew Wiggins. Well, D. Wayne Wiggins died Friday morning after battling bladder cancer. Check that out. A 22-day span from his Valentine's Day birthday to the death date. 22 days from start to end. You see that? And look at even this album, Who. I think this was their debut studio album. I may have to look into that a little more. But look, Who right there. You see that? Another W. Who released April 18th, 1988. Well, the fourth month, right? 4 plus 18 is 22. You see that right there? 4 plus 18 is 22. And the upcoming anniversary of that release, 22 date numerology. You see that right there? Okay. And I feel like there might have been some. Oh, and don't forget RIP on 3/7 when cancer equals 37. But, and cancer, even C is the third letter of the alphabet. RIP in the third month, right? And I feel like there's maybe something else that I wanted to say there. He's also born in 61. That number's been hitting with a lot of breakdowns right now. But I don't want to get too far off track here because we don't have to. Um, but even dead equals 22, y'all. And you know what? Dead also equals 14 in two of the base ciphers. and he's born on Valentine's Day, the 14th day of February. Okay, and not only that, February is Black History Month. Okay, so born during Black History Month, RIP the following month. Okay, and where's all the love? When you think of R&B, you think of love, right? Is R&B even a thing anymore? As love has kind of gone out the window. It's all about Sexy Red and BS like that, right? Maybe we need some more R&B to come back, right? You know, but R&B, you think of love, and this guy's got the Valentine's Day birthday. But dead also equals 22. You see that? And I'm just using 4-base ciphers to show you this. Now, let me go to the article. I think that was their their debut release album. It's not the album they hit big with, but they mention it here in the article. I think I just forgot to clip it in there. Let me just scroll right here. The Oakland, California natives burst onto the music scene with their 1988 debut album Who. And again, Who's got W. Again, another W. Look, songs like Baby Doll. That's interesting because I mentioned Dolly Parton's husband. RIP to him. Look, you get Baby Doll. I'm telling you, all of this stuff is connected by the language. You get Baby Doll. And look, Little Walter. There's another W. You see that right there? But it says their 1990 album, New Jack Swing, infused Feels Good record that gave the group mainstream success, peaking at number 9 on Billboard's Hot 100. Okay, so that album is called Feels Good. So maybe I'll look at that here in a bit. The album they hit big with. Right? But come on, right? So all you see how those 22s connect. And Andrew Wiggins, D Wade, D Wayne Wiggins, right? There's probably something with Toni. And how did they get that name? Toni, Toni, Toni. How did they get the name Toni, Toni, Toni?
According to the New York Times, the name Toni, Tone, came from a private joke about a mutual friend's name.
Toni, Toni, Tone. A private joke about a mutual friend's name. They should give the mutual friend's full name. That's okay. So I feel like we needed to know that. So let's get back to this breakdown, okay? I appreciate getting this information out there. And again, this guy's got the Valentine's Day birthday. Where's all the love, right? Look at even Wiggins, his last name, you get 88 in the ordinal cipher. And Who, they said they burst onto the music scene with the 88 debut album, 1988. You see that? And then Wiggins has the 88. W. Even bladder cancer. Remember Cancer 37, RIP on 37. Right? And then we had bladder cancer 90 like D. Wayne. But it doesn't matter how you run it because bladder cancer you get 81 in reverse reduction there. And that's the 18 reflection and Who released on the 18th of April. That's even the 108th day of the year, the upcoming anniversary. 108 like 18. So if he's 64 years old at his age at death, that means he's in his 65th year of life when he passes. And D. Wayne Wiggins equates to 65. And the 65 has been hitting. And here's just some examples with trending stories. Mitch Morse, 65 in the reverse cipher, announces his retirement Thursday. Jacksonville Jaguars, Morse equals 65. Look how he's got the 65 on the jersey. You see how that connects? He's a center. Center equals 65. ABC 123. He announces his retirement 6 weeks, 5 days before his birthday, 65. And again, announces his retirement on the 65th day of the year. Look what I just caught. Look at his date of birth, April 21st. And icing on that cake, that is 3 days after the release date of Who with this album, Toni, Toni, Toni. Maybe is it Toni, Toni, Toni? I don't know. But look, April 18th with the release, and then Mitch Morse with the April 21st birthday 3 days later. So you see how the 65 hits with the trending stories. I'm telling you, I do this daily. Hold on. Oh, yeah, never mind. We're good. Wow, though, right? And look, these are just I just bundled all of these into one slide. You see the hand signs down there, always pointing up. And then you see the 666 sign right there. You'll see these hand signs by like nearly every damn celebrity. And that's not speculation. That's well documented. Anybody in this algorithm, anybody watching this, you already know about those hand signs. Here's just some more evidence here, more icing on this cake, this decode, this breakdown. Look at R&B group, 43 and 38. The and sign has no value, so you don't see it appear there. R&B group, 43 and 38, like Wiggins. He's a vocalist and bass guitarist of the beloved group, which included his brother Raphael Sadiq and their cousin Christian Riley. Vocalist 101 like Wiggins. Remember, it's just 4 bass ciphers. Bass guitarist 186 like Toni, Toni, Toni. Look at that. Okay? And I put a question mark. Is he the guy in the middle? He appears to maybe be the guy in the middle right up here. On the left, on the top. I think. I'm not going to guarantee that. I see the little mustache there. Maybe that's him. Kind of looks like this guy on the right. Right? And these guys are related, so I can't really tell, or, and you're going to get a lot of these celebrities related and they're not going to even let you know. But at least we get that here. And I'm sure these guys are probably related to other characters. We just don't know because that's just how they do it. But look at these number connections. Okay? And I don't know who this is on the right, but this is just like the thumbnail with one of these video clips I'm going to play. I mentioned earlier he was a founding member. I guess they were all founding members, possibly. Who founded Toni, Toni, Toni?
According to CNN, Dwayne's life was incomparable, and his music and service
Okay,
impacted
founding
millions
member, of
around the
course.
world, including in his hometown of Oakland, California, they wrote. He was a guitarist, producer, composer, philanthropist, mentor, and founding member of Toni. Toni.
Okay, cool. So we're going to play this other video clip. And again, I hope you can hear it. Let me go ahead and refresh. We'll play this now. This is kind of like a generic video clip, but
The world lost a musical legend when Dwayne
you can
Wiggins
hear it.
passed away at 64, leaving us heartbroken. As a founding member of Toni, he created timeless classics that resonated with millions. Famous for
Is it Tone or Tone at the end? I don't know.
unforgettable hits like Anniversary and It Never Rains, his legacy would forever inspire. Wiggins battled bladder cancer for over a year but remained devoted to his family and
Is
music.
bladder cancer? So with cancer, is that just the chemotherapy, I guess? And I'm kind of ignorant on the topic. Does chemotherapy come with every form of cancer? And maybe that's why you get this right here. I'm not 100%. I'll just put that out there.
His passion for mentoring young artists like Zendaya and H.E.R. showcased his commitment to the future. Emerging from Oakland, California, the group blended R&B, jazz, and gospel, captivating fans worldwide.
Can you hear it?
With their 1990 breakthrough, Feels Good, they achieved mainstream success, peaking at number 9 on Billboard. Despite their split after the 90s, the bond within the group was undeniable and ultimately
Okay, so we want to look at that Feels So Good real quick, since that's their breakout. So let's go over here. Feels So Good release date 1977. Shout out to Richard West. There's that 77. Ooh, look at Richard. There's December 8th right there. 128 connected with you. Shout out to Richard West. Y'all, if whoever's watching, even if it's AI, you better be nice to him though. But nah, he's tough. He can handle it. Go check out Richard West. His link is on this homepage. Go check out Richard West. His videos with his breakdowns over on his channel. There's that 77. So was it released December 8th? Sometimes when you scroll down, you get different dates. They're saying there's probably a bunch of albums called Feel So Good. Oh, look, 90. Excuse me. 1990. I'm glad I fixed that right there. So it was released in 19. Ooh, there's the 90. There's the 90. Bladder cancer 90. Oh man. That's the breakout album. Look at that. D Wayne 90. Bladder cancer 90. Feels good, I guess is what it's called. Feels good. Released in 1990, y'all. Do we get greedy? Even Cancer's got that 118. Remember we had 18s, their debut album released on the 18th, and we had 81s, and I think we had another 18 something in there. But wow, do we get greedy? Let's put Feels Good in the calculator. 88 and 43. Look at that right there. Remember Wiggins. Look at that. 3 out of 4 base ciphers. Wiggins 88, 43, and 38. Look at that. Just like Feels Good. R&B group 43 and 38. And then we can just remove those under it. And didn't we have a 1988 with that album release, their debut album, y'all? We did. 1988 release date. Wow. Holy crap. I don't know who these characters are until I get the trending stories, y'all. And it hits every time. Even look, Feels Good gave the group mainstream success, peaking at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. 90 is like 9 with those 90s that we just hit. And they go on to mention these other characters that um Wiggins produced and helped grow young artists who would become some of today's brightest young stars. Zendaya, H.E.R, H.E.R, Kalani, Destiny's Child. Wow, we're going to leave it at that. Bladder cancer, RIP to this guy and his character. I don't know what kind of hand sign he's throwing up there. RIP. I mean, somebody could go a little bit deeper and look at the other members. Those are undeniable connections with Dwayne Wade, D Wade, and Andrew Wiggins, and how they both landed on Miami, right? And you get Dwayne Wiggins here, Wiggins trending with that trade that sent Jimmy Butler from Miami to Golden State. Ooh, Jimmy Butler went in that blockbuster trade. He landed on Golden State, and it involved other teams too. And Golden State, like Oakland, y'all. Okay. You see how it comes together, as if we needed another connection. And Butler had that 22 on the jersey, as I mentioned earlier. Wow. Okay, so I'm literally like shaking because this is just amazing, okay? So, with all of that being said, I better just wrap it up. I appreciate y'all. Dwayne Wiggins, founding member of the R&B group Toni, has died at age 64. Shout out to y'all. And I'm not excited because of a death of a character, but the world is fake. Okay? Until next time, peace.